Our third guest today is the Harwich Theatre. I have to be careful of what I say because the name has been changed a little bit. So that's why I just call it the Harwich Theatre, but you'll get the real right name before we're through. And with me is Tammy Harper and Nina Schussler. And they are executives of the Harwich Theatre. Is that the best way to put it?
It's actually the Cape Cod Theatre Company, home of Harwich Junior Theatre.
The Cape Cod Theatre Company.
Right.
That's the new name.
Right. We rebranded and regionalized a little bit. It's simply a way of taking the theater into the future because, you know, there's such a wide breadth and depth of our offerings. And although the junior was really Betty Bope, our founder, it was her hats off to the Junior League, which was responsible for bringing theater education to America. And we do have a mission to embrace people of all ages. The problem we were facing is when newcomers move to the Cape, and there are a lot of them. I mean, we're 64 years old, the theater.
Wow.
It was always, we always had to have a byline that said, you know, it's Harwich Junior Theatre, and they'd say, oh, it's all kids. And we'd say, no, you know, adults play adult roles and children play children's roles. It's more of a family-style theater where people of all ages are encouraged to participate. And the name, you know, in today's culture was becoming a bit of a misnomer. Plus, you know, a nonprofit arts organization has to seek grants and funding from a wide variety of sources. And the more limited you are in terms of, you know, being site-specific, although we are in West Harwich, you know, having the Cape Cod brand really will help the theater. And even in terms when people look up on the internet, theater on Cape Cod, instead of coming up on the third page, we'll come up on hopefully the first page. But so that was really the reasoning, but we don't want to lose our identity, which we've worked so hard to build over 64 years. So, and our mission is still the same. So, you know, we don't want to dismiss the name Harwich Junior Theatre, so it's home of Harwich Junior Theatre. So it's more like putting an umbrella over us that can encompass a great deal, you know, because our offerings have grown, you know, especially under Tammy's auspices as Director of Education.
Now, does this expand your giving area, the people that you can ask for money for?
Yes, I mean, I think it does actually. It gives us a little bit more of you know, a weight in terms of what, you know, where we can approach funders.
Have you tried anything so far?
We are in the midst of that, but you know, and where we have an annual appeal that just went out. And people will be receiving it in their mailboxes any day. So I hope that you'll all support the theater because it is a wonderful theater with a beautiful mission and an incredible welcoming community. But Tammy can talk a little bit more about what we're doing in Harwich Center at the Arts Center.
Right, because Nina mentioned that we're, you know, we are in West Harwich with the theater, but we also have a lease with the town of Harwich for the building right in Harwich Center at 265 Sisson Road. So we've been doing a lot of our programming there. We've always used that space for rehearsals, but we've been using it more and more for classes. And we've also been doing some productions there and what we consider kind of a black box theater space. We did a great show there a few weeks ago called Aging on a Sandbar that was sold out both nights.
Really?
Yes, we have the Gifts of the Magi on December 12th through 21st, which will be in that building.
Now, how many people can go there?
About 45, 55 max can fit in that room.
In that room?
As opposed to the theater, which holds 168 approximately year-round. Yep.
So, and this is one that is coming up And what is this now?
The Gift of the Magi.
Okay, and that's,
Yes, and that will be
Christmas.
at the Art Center at around Christmas time. Yeah, it's a wonderful production.
And it's almost like a walkthrough production where with the audience, when they come in, they're really, part of the festivities, and then the actors participate with them and then do the story of the Gift of the Magi, which is such a lovely love story about a young married couple. And then, of course, opening Friday, we have Oliver, which is an incredible musical, Lionel Bart. And Sue Kossoff, who grew up under our founder, Betty Bope, she is directing it, and she is phenomenal. And Glenn Starner Tate is the musical director with Ruth Treen, who helped us through rehearsals. So it's a spectacular show. And the creative team has done such an astounding job with sets and costumes that it's going to feel very grand in the theater. And Edward Gorey, when I directed Oliver 23 years ago, he drew
That's
this.
going back a long way.
Yeah, he drew this image for me. And so it was on our original poster when we did Oliver, and now it's on this poster. And I just love it because it's so... I thought Ed, he had such a sense of Dickens in his artwork, and I thought that it would be really important to sort of highlight that and remember a wonderful Ed Gorey who lived on the Cape.
So, and what else is going on?
Well, also on Friday night, unfortunately, we have so much going on in both buildings. Sometimes we conflict a little bit, but also on this Friday is our first Friday open mic, which happens every first Friday of the month at the Art Center, and it's an all-ages open mic. There is a $5 suggested donation at the door, which goes to support our scholarship fund, because we never turn anyone away from classes because of inability to pay. So this helps support that fund. And this month, we have a featured artist every month, and this month it is Rose Martin. And the featured artist is from 8:30 to 9 o'clock. So all of the other spots from 7 to 10 are open for anyone of any age, including you, who might want to come and read some poetry, tell a story, play music, sing. It's a wonderful evening, all ages, all kinds of talents. We've had drumming, we've had dance, it's a lively and fun space. Refreshments, we have.
How many people do you usually have?
Between 25 and 45 people will come an evening. It's just a wonderful atmosphere because there are young kids and older kids, and there's cookies and brownies and great coffee, and it feels like a throwback to the 60s, in a way, because everybody brings their own art, and it's a wonderful place for people to meet and talk to each other and become friends. It's just lovely. Yeah. I mean, I wish I could go, but I have to be at opening night of Oliver. And then on Sunday at the theater, Vinegrass Music Festival is presenting an incredible artist, Jeffrey Foucault, who is a great guitarist and singer. And so that's also at the theater, but I think, that's at Sunday at, I think it's at 7?
It's on the website.
It's on the website. It's also through the Vinegrass
So now
website.
Oliver is here for a month?
It's here till January 3rd.
Till January 3rd.
And I have to say, I go into rehearsal and usually give notes. I've just been blown away by the singers. It's such an incredible ensemble of very, very highly skilled performers and singers. And so
now,
and actors.
When will that be?
We're playing it Friday night at 7:30 and Saturday and Sunday at 2. And then we have vacation matinees on the 29th and 30th at 2 p.m.
Oh, that's good.
And our school matinees are they sold out?
They're sold out.
They're sold out. We host the schools. You know, the schools come to the theater and on a field trip, and they get to see the show
during the days.
And this Sunday we're having a talk back actually. With the Dennis newcomers are coming.
I think it's
no,
Saturday.
they changed it to
did?
Sunday.
Okay.
So we're having a talk back after Oliver
Now,
on
what's
Sunday.
the talk back?
Where the actors and the directors stay, and the audience gets to ask questions, and
okay.
and they sort of a back and forth discussion about how the show is put together and the themes of
Now,
the
this
story.
is about Oliver.
About Oliver,
Yes,
yeah.
okay.
So
And you don't have a date yet for the
December
Christmas one?
12th,
December 12th.
Gift of the Magi.
And what time will that be?
That is on Saturdays and Sundays and Mondays at 7 o'clock
7
p.m.
o'clock.
at the Arts Center.
Yeah.
Oh, that's at the Arts Center.
At the Arts
Exactly.
Center.
Not
So
at
Oliver's
the
at the theater, Gifts of the Magi at the Arts Center.
Center.
Yep,
Well, you're making use of all your space.
that's right.
We really try to, and we also have auditions coming up for Shrek the Musical, auditions for people ages 9 and up, which will go up February 12th for the February vacation month. So that's going to be a great show, and we'll welcome back our musical director, Bob Wilder, for that.
Oh, how's
And
Bob?
Suzette, he's great. He's doing well.
Also, we have our open house for classes in January, and all of our classes for adults and children begin in January 12th. We are doing a special workshop this coming up, not this Thursday, but the following Thursday, December 10th, at the Art Center called Snowman Sculpture. And Lenore Lyons, who's an incredible artist, just finished a big public art display called the Key Project. She's doing this snowman sculpture workshop. It's a lot of fun. You can sign up for that online, and it's for teens and adults. So if you're interested in that, you get to take home
What
a
kind of
beautiful
material
sculpture.
do they use?
It's called, well, you use all kinds of material, but the main ingredient here is a paver-pull, which is, it's kind of like a paper mache, but it hardens a lot quicker. So during a 3-hour class from 6 to 9, you build the sculpture, and then you cover it with the paver-pull and cover it with fabric and all kinds of whatever you decide to decorate it with. There's hats and beads and buttons, and it's really fun. I did one of her workshops we did the same.
She's so
thing
creative
with,
in terms
mermaids.
of the medium she works with, and she does an amazing variety.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And
very
we-
impressed with her work.
How many people are
That can
involved
be-
in this educational studio that you have?
Well, we have a number of fabulous teaching artists, and all of our teaching artists at the theater are also directors or work on our shows in some capacity as designers, technicians. So we have just phenomenal teaching staff. And
Probably
we're-
around 20, that are constant.
Yep.
And then we also have, in the local schools, like Jim Byrne is doing the Shakespeare Project
Yeah.
at Monomoy
What's
Middle
the
School.
Shakespeare project now?
That is a program we've been doing for about 10 years with, first it was Harwich, now it's the Monomoy Regional Middle School.
They rebranded too.
They did. Everyone's rebranding. But we go in 2 days a week from September through December. Jim goes in and works with the students on one of 3 different productions, Shakespeare productions, and the kids perform in December. So you'll get to go see that too if you want to at the middle school. I think it's December 13th.
What
and
show,
14th.
do you know the show they're doing this year?
I don't, actually.
Well, you certainly have an awful lot of programs and enough for everybody to go to see.
Yeah,
So
we hope
thank you.
everyone will. It's so special to have live theater in your hometown. So
Yes, it is.
we really hope that everybody, in Harwich will come see our shows and will participate as well.
Very good. Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you.